Check. It's your boy Gooseneck Gamer, rolling out the Pocket Podcast. We are back. I got some great people with me today. I'm in great company. Of course, he's back. You all know him. You all love him. Sir PS4 himself, God of the squads, king on the sticks. Man, I don't know what to call him. I don't know what not to call him. He says it's king because that's his name. I think he's king because it's his game. I got King Mike with me.
Yeah, that has to be the last time we do that, man. Yeah.
Has to be. Okay.
It can't. Because, man, like I said, I ain't even really won nothing yet. So I just feel, yeah, you know what I'm saying.
All right, I hear you. I'll tone him back a little bit.
Right.
That's what I took from that.
It's all love, though. It's all love. I'm just saying.
Always. On the previous episode, we were talking about the draft for the non-PML people, our listeners, those who are following us now. We just, like I said, we had just wrapped up the first season. We had our free agency. We had our draft. And one of the awesome members of our PML community, Bacon, was writing up mock drafts, I guess, what do you call them, reports, analysis. And eventually, by the second one he had put together, he was basically, his DMs were blowing up from what I understand.
Well, it goes a little bit. Well, hold up. It goes a little bit further than that. Like even season one.
Okay.
Whenever we first started and we were importing new rookies, Bacon, I guess you're locked into real college football because he just knew where all the players were and you know, their skill points, and he just wrote the dopest articles. I feel like you can be Todd McShay in real life, bro.
I appreciate it. We'll see.
Okay, so I'm new to the game, so this been a thing. So you ain't new to this, you true to this. Uh-oh. Dad cliches on the way. Let's go, boys. So let's hop right into it. What we decided to do, guys, we knew there were so many rookies we could cover. We asked Bacon to make us a list of a player in each division that was drafted rounds 2 through 7 that we all should be watching, whether you're watching him because maybe you got him on your team and don't overlook him, or maybe he's going to be your opponent next week or this week, and you need to know what he can do. Or maybe for those of you who are tuning in with us, maybe you're a fan and you're like, okay, well, that's where that guy went. I want to watch. I want to tune into that user to see how he uses them. So, Bacon, the floor is yours. What you got for us?
All right, first man up, AFC North. I got Bryce Perkins, quarterback for the Bengals.
Okay.
He looks pretty good. I was actually looking to target him in the mid-round to get a nice backup.
Okay.
But Bengals took him in the third round, and he's looking good. He's got some really good throwing stats, some 95 throw power as a rookie.
That's
82 medium accuracy, looking good right there.
Nice.
So,
and then he's really going to fit that offense with the 84 speed for that triple option that he likes
and that
to
throw
run.
power.
I think
Did you mention that 95 throw power? Because that's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's crazy.
that's what's Mahomes' throw power?
97.
It's got to be 99.
It might be 99.
Yeah.
It's either 97 or 99.
It's
yeah,
up
it's
there.
up there.
So you got it's a baby Mahomes on the way, basically.
No.
Pretty much. He looks good, though.
Come on, man. Mahomes is his lowest throwing stat is 94. This dude, I mean, come on, man. Like, and plus Polar don't put no content up, and he's not that cold in the first place. So you know what I'm saying. We're not gonna just say that he's a baby Mahomes. We're gonna say that he has a nice arm. How about that?
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds more like it.
A little spicy, okay.
I heard baby Mahomes, and I just had to snap for a second.
I understand. I hear you. A little salty. I ain't mad at you. How tall is this guy? 6'3", 215, 84 speed, 83 acceleration. He's not Kyler Murray, but he's not slow. Okay.
So Bacon, and let's flip it to real life real quick. Bryce Perkins, what's he doing in real life?
He might be second best quarterback in the ACC, but that's more of talking about how weak that conference is and how good he is. But he's played pretty well for Virginia so far. He might be pretty good.
And number one is Trevor Lawrence.
Oh yeah, by far.
So
sure.
I took Joe Burrow because, like you said, you were looking for a backup quarterback. I took Joe Burrow. I mean, he's pretty good. He's playing all right for me in preseason. He's about 70s across the board, 75, 76 with his passing stuff and 84 throw power. So I don't know. We'll see.
So Joe is not a baby Mahomes. No, okay,
nah, Joe Burrow is a baby.
This guy's not. Joe's not even close.
Joe Burrow's a backup quarterback. That's all he is.
The Bengals. I mean, if Bengals starts doing content, bro, he could make them something. He could.
Never know.
Yeah, he does a little bit. He does a little YouTube series, but I don't think he's posted much on it since he left the chat.
He did leave the chat, but he's back, and it was I feel like there's a setup coming somewhere because he just kind of slid back in. HD didn't have a whole lot to say. HD talked a really good game, like he just had a whole lot to say, and then when the time came, he sounded like he missed him more than anything. So who knows?
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah, I was surprised by that. I figured I'd find out when he came back in by T going off in the chat, but I never saw anything.
No, you didn't miss anything. None of us ever saw anything there. Not that I condone violence, but, I'm here for a good laugh or two.
So I was going to say, man, let's just stick with the AFC. And matter of fact, let's just go to your division, Bacon. That's the AFC East. What you got?
All right, so for that, there's a few guys I want to look at. The first one is my second-round pick, wide receiver, Tylan Wallace from Oklahoma State. And if you look at his stats, he's coming in real nice with catching. 88 catch, 83 catch in traffic, 87 spec catch. Like, he's looking nice. He's got some good jump balls.
That's actually really
good. Solid speed, too.
That's really, yeah. When'd you, second round?
Second round, 13th pick.
So I missed him.
Yeah, and he's solid. He was projected, I think, a fourth or fifth rounder. I mean, he ran like a 4.4, had good stats. I figured I'd take him. He looked pretty good.
He's almost a top receiver. I mean, his short route is 79, medium 81, and then you already went over his catch. How's he going to fit into your offense?
So I think he's going to be my second outside receiver with Crowder playing the slot just because he's so quick and agile. And I'll play Wallace on the outside so he can run the vertical stuff like that. Just catch some jump balls. Use that spec catch, and as he develops the route running, then I'll work him in more. But he's definitely going to start right away at number 3, and he'll play the outside some. I think he looks pretty good.
Now, you say develop the route running. What type of numbers is kind of your sweet spot when you feel like a guy's ready to be a consistent target for you?
I mean, if he gets open, he gets open. I just want to get him up more before I ask too much of him. Just like, I'm not going to ask him to run tons of posts, stuff like that. Gotcha. It'll be like vertical, slant, stuff like that. But I mean, with where he's at, he's pretty solid already. Like, I wouldn't mind throwing him out there and making him do it.
Was he high on your draft board, or he just fell to you?
He just fell to me. I had him, I'm trying to think where I had him. He was in probably like top 5 or 6 receivers for me. And I thought about waiting till the next round, but I figured I'd just take him while he's there. And it turned out pretty good.
So
that's a win.
Yeah,
6 foot.
Definitely.
Yeah.
That's Big 12 country, Oklahoma State. What's Tylan doing in real life? Do you know?
So he's had a good year so far, but he tore his ACL, I think, a week or 2 ago. So he's done for the year. But he'll definitely get drafted because he's a beast in real life too.
Senior? Junior? You don't know.
I think he's a senior, so I think he's done now. But since he tore it like midseason, he'll be back for his rookie year. I think he'll be one of those guys that goes in the mid rounds and is a lot better than people expect him to be. But then, so another guy from the East I'm looking at is Colin Johnson for the Dolphins.
Oh, yeah.
He's not
you mentioned
he was
earlier.
a first rounder. Yeah, he was a first rounder, but he was at the tail end of it.
So I got to go up against him in my second preseason game. And
oh, you've already played him.
Yeah,
okay.
I played Cookie. And like I said in the chat, man, I've never seen so many jump balls. Like the animations, he was dropping them, but I was seeing animations that I hadn't seen before. So I was actually pretty happy that they have that on here, the ability to kind of throw it up there and the receiver go get it. And Colin Johnson, 6'6", he was going after it.
6'6", jumping, rated at 95. And his catching is 86. So he's not going to be dropping all those for long. That's for sure.
Yeah, I knew you'd like him with that 6'6" height. Talking about height for everyone. I looked for that for some of these guys.
93 excelled. For his speed to be 89 at 6'6", is this Randy Moss?
I don't know about that, but he'll catch some jump balls for sure.
I think if Randy was in the game, he'd probably be, 94 speed? Maybe higher?
I think 93. I think I got him in mutt. He's got wheels for sure. This guy's a little heavier, but... 89 speed to be 6'6", 220, and that acceleration is 93. Spec catch 87. he's not going to drop too many more of those jump balls as he gets more XP under his belt. That's for sure.
See, so what I know,
he's looking.
What I noticed about it, like he wasn't running by anybody. Like all of my guys could stick with him. And the only problem with the Dolphins is he still does have Rosen at quarterback. And I don't know if he's going to be able to get it to him enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just his arm ain't really there with it. So we'll see, man. But I got a full dose of Colin Johnson. And y'all got to see him 2 times a year. So have fun with that.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to that one.
I may have to check in and watch.
Definitely check in on that. Let me ask you something about Cookie Boy, man. Like, how do you feel about his defense? Like, it was a preseason game when I saw him, but he was bringing those 2 safeties up and then just kind of getting real busy with Minka. What did you do to attack that? Because it just felt like he was taking over the whole field.
Yeah, it's hard to play against him because he's got the DB ability. So he can make those crazy picks from last year and just fly around. So what I tried to do a lot, the first game when I almost beat him, I gave Le'Veon Bell like 30 carries and just ran it at him. He only got like 90 yards, but just running it at him, getting first downs and then quick passes. That dude, he's a nightmare. He broke the NFL record for picks last year. Like, you just got to avoid him at all costs pretty much because Cookie Boy's got a good user and he's got a really good athlete user for it. And the dude's crazy. He had like 14 tackles in the game against me. There's not much.
That's what I was telling. I was telling Goose earlier, man. Like, he literally just runs around and it just seems like he's in the right spot at the right time. So I don't know. I play him week 1 again. So I'm sure he wasn't really showing me everything, but what I could tell is he's going to be a terror, just kind of sprinting around the field all game.
Week 1, we may have to make that a game of the week.
Might have to tune in for that one.
All right, so where we at now? AFC South?
Yeah, so we're at the South. I picked C.J. Henderson, the cornerback for the Texans. I think he'll probably start right away. He's got 93 speed and a 6'1", but his man coverage is pretty bad. It's 63, but he's got 79 zone. So I think he's the type of guy that could play the slot, maybe play some safety, because I know the Texans are real thin at DB. So I think he'll play a lot, and he's really athletic, so he can make some plays in that division for sure.
Maybe he gets star dev. I don't know. That's possible. Even if he doesn't get the trait right out the gate when the season starts, he might can get it just from gameplay. Depend if knock down a couple passes. If he blitzes them, gets a tackle for a loss. And if he's running zone defense, he's actually not bad at all if he's running zone.
Yeah, 79 is not bad.
He's looking good. He's just got to be careful with what he calls for him. It doesn't have him on a bad mismatch in man coverage because it'll get ugly quick. But if he just plays him in zone, plays to his strengths, I think he might need to just move to safety so he doesn't have to play as much man.
Yeah. That might actually.
But regardless, he's athletic. He's got some coverage abilities. He'll be good.
Yes, at 6'1", he actually might make a real nice safety, truthfully.
He's got good ball skills, too. He's got 70 catching, which is pretty nice for a DB.
So what, does he come on the field as dime back, basically? Maybe nickel back, maybe, but for sure a dime.
I think so. I don't think he'll be a starter on the outside, but he definitely needs to get in there just with his abilities he has. Play him in some zones, maybe put him on a QB spy every now and then, just get creative with him. Max out usage for him and just put some content into him. I don't know if Texans does much content, but this is a guy to put him into.
Yeah, I don't think he does, but that's free game for Mally right there if he wants to, you know what I'm saying? Get that guy going.
Don't overlook that one for sure. All right, so now we're in the AFC West. Talk to me, Bacon. Who we got?
All right, so I picked Tamorion Terry, the wide receiver for the Raiders.
6'4", okay.
Yeah, 6'4", 92 speed. His catching isn't great, but it's also not bad for a rookie at all. He's one of those guys you were talking about where he's about 70 rated, but that's just more of really low awareness, and then the rest of his ratings are kind of average. Because he comes in with pretty good route running for sure.
I'm looking at
he's
that
big
now.
And fast.
82 at the short, 84 at the medium. Is this your red zone guy, basically, at 6'4"?
I think so. And especially with how Kurt likes to just chuck it.
I was right about to say
throw
that.
It all over the place.
I was right about to get into who Kurt is as a user, man. He don't care. He just is going to chuck it down there. So looks like this guy can go get it.
Kurt was a god at Tecmo Bowl. You remember like the original Tecmo Bowl where the further you ran back, the further the ball it would go? He probably was like a Tecmo Bowl god, bro.
The thing about Kurt is just he has no... Like, he just don't care. You know what I'm saying? No, he just is going to put it up there regardless, man.
I mean, he's got AB running the route. Although he seems to hit everybody, though, it's not limited to AB on that fly route. It's really not.
Nah, he's gonna throw it to whoever's open, and and even if it's your DB, he'll throw it to him too. He don't care. Somebody's catching the ball that's going deep. That's just how Kirk plays, man. He makes up for it on defense with Morrow with that middle linebacker.
Yeah. That's I've actually seen some of that footage at some point. I'm sure I'll probably come up against him.
Yeah,
but I have seen footage of that.
Yeah, he's a beast, man.
Those are our guys in the AFC. If I had to pick maybe my guy to gamble on, if there was some though, who's gonna get the most action? I may have to go with Terry as far as targets go.
Yeah.
Where does he fall in receivers? Well, he's actually got a lot of receivers, so Terry may not make it.
I think. Are you saying who out of that list is going to be the biggest impact?
Well, there's production and there's impact. Like Terry might get a lot of production just because of how much Kirk throws the ball.
Yeah.
But will it be helpful or not? I can't say.
I don't know. I'll go Perkins because Perkins kind of fits the mold of what Bengals is trying to do. So that would be my pick as far as a rookie, unknown low pick rookie doing something. So we'll see though.
You think he's going to go ahead and get Dalton out of there and start Perkins right away?
I would hope so. Yeah.
I think so. That's probably the move for him. More athletic, better arm. He looks like a pretty good prospect.
It wouldn't surprise me if Bengals like to move with the quarterback. That just wouldn't. Like you said, he's already running the triple option anyway. So get him a mobile quarterback. We may actually, So I'm with that. Yeah, I got Perkins as the most impactful, but as far as Kirk chucking the ball up, Terry might get the most action.
You never know. Yeah, you never know.
Yeah. Well, let's move to the NFC. Let's come to my side of the football. In my conference, where we at? NFC North? Let's go.
All right, so for NFC North, I picked Lavert Hill, the corner for the Packers out of Michigan.
All right.
He's got some good speed, solid coverage, 93 speed, 77 man. He's pretty good coming out, but the Packers are loaded up on corner. But if you look in the trade block, he's put a few guys in there. He put Kevin King in there. I don't think he likes Josh Jackson too much, so if he trades those guys, like he's got the depth to get rid of some corners and build in other spots.
He's trading.
And I think Hill could.
I need to get off the podcast and on the phone.
I can't. That's all bait, man. I can't call it with Walker. He put like 2 or 3 people up on the trade block last time, and I gave him some perfect deals, and he never really fell through, and I don't think he's made a trade the whole time. So I don't know if I don't know. Because I want King. I wanted him. I don't need him anymore. But I'd be interested to see if he follows through on any of those deals, so that Hill can even get out there.
Talk to me about Hill. I'm looking at him, 5'11", not tall, not too short as a cornerback. 93 speed, but as a acceleration 92. Man coverage 77, but he's not a zone guy. His press is terrible at 66. This is a man guy just swapped the ball away, basically?
Pretty much. Because he's nothing too special yet, but I think you put him in there at the dime or nickel and just have him play man coverage on 3rd and long. He'll be pretty good because he's fast enough to not let anyone behind him.
Yeah.
And if he can click on, make some good picks, I think he'll be a good player.
62 catching, it's not, maybe. It depends. I'm looking at his traits. He's got strip ball, but his hit power is only 50, which, I mean, I guess that's more a big hitter. But I feel like that strip ball works best when there's a good hit power or strength behind it, which he doesn't have either of those. So this is I guess this guy with his speed he could be, and his man coverage, he's probably a perfect user player, huh?
Yeah, I think so.
Because man coverage is going to put him in the right place at 77, then click on, like you say, with the speed. If not a pick, for sure a SWAT, I guess, user SWAT.
So Bacon, you've been in PML. You were actually the very first person to even join the league ever. So you're a true OG.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, true OG. You've seen all of the drafts. Was AJ Espinosa the second pick of this last draft? Is that the worst pick you've ever seen?
I gotta think about that one. Didn't T take Jalen Hurts in like the first round? Or was that someone else?
Maybe. I don't know. That's up there with terrible picks,
it might have been
though.
Jackson.
No, he didn't take him first round. He took him second round.
Did T have 2 first-round picks?
I think so, yeah, because he took the offensive lineman.
He moved up. He traded them to move up.
So he might only have one.
But yeah, he took the lineman. He took Thomas first.
Who is so all in all, did Walker bounce back from that pick, do you think, and had a pretty decent overall draft?
I think so. I mean, he got a solid depth corner. I'm trying to look at who else he got.
I'm about to look right
now. He got another linebacker to put in there.
I mean, shoot, is that pick even that bad at number 2?
I really don't think it's that bad. Like, if you look at his stats, I mean, he's not super fast or anything, but he's definitely a good end. He's strong. He's got a good power move, so it could be a lot worse. I mean, I think it just looked bad at the time because we didn't know what the ratings were going to look like, because we see 73, and we assume it's going to be a bust, but he's really not that bad.
I think he would have killed it with Judy, but I'm not complaining.
Yeah, I'm
not complaining at all.
You can't complain at all.
I won't.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
That was I'm not gonna beat on a dead horse, but Aaron Rodgers throwing the ball.
Yeah,
man, Judy would have been a superstar by week 6.
It just makes sense. It makes sense, but maybe Pack is trying to switch to a defensive team. Maybe, I don't know.
I guess we'll find out.
So who we got next?
Who do I have next? Let's see.
NFC East.
I got Jalen Johnson.
Yeah, the Cowboys.
For the Cowboys, he's the corner. He's another guy. He was a second rounder. I was looking at him for maybe 3rd or 4th round. But he's 6 foot with 94 speed and 79 man. He comes in pretty good. I think he's the type of guy that he can probably start, because I don't think their corners are too good. They got Byron Jones, and that's about it at corner. So he'll probably start pretty early.
NFL,
and just with all those physical tools.
NFL RT retweet. He's always making a good draft. He always has good draft picks, man. So that's another one.
Yeah.
This guy got some wheels.
He does. I feel like Cowboys and the Bills are almost the same user. They always draft really fast guys and they work out. And the way they play is kind of similar.
Hey, Goose, I tried that fast shit. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I'm going to get the fastest receiver out here. And I got Fuller.
Yeah.
Motherfucker, that cat, I was cussing. That cat ended up being 59 overall. I was so pissed. It's my 2nd round pick. I was mad, bro. I was mad. I bounced back, though, with Jake Ferguson.
I'm looking at Johnson. I had to flip screens to get the number because it's not popping up for me. With that 94 speed, 92 acceleration, is he a punt return guy potentially?
He's got 72 kick returns, so he wouldn't be too bad at it.
Yeah.
Let me see his rushing stats. I mean, he's got 57 carrying, and his best rushing move is 76 for juke. So I don't think he probably is. I think Cowboys has a few running backs that could play back there. They got Tony Pollard, who's like, I think 93 something speed like that. I think he could be a good guy for that. Or maybe one of those receivers.
Maybe punt return, but then again, there could be a fumble on the punt, and that would be trash. So let's keep moving. Let's keep working through this thing. Who you got us? NFC South. Okay. Our commish with the pick. Who we got here?
All right. So JT got TJ Vasher, the Texas Tech wide receiver.
Okay.
He's 6'6" with 89 speed, which is pretty good for that height. I remember seeing in the combine, I think he ran like a 4.4.
That's crazy.
Because I was looking at him for my 2nd pick in the 2nd round. I was between Vasher and Wallace. And I don't think you could really go wrong with either, because Vasher's he's a freak.
Uh-huh.
He's a little baby Megatron at 6'6" with good speed and solid.
And you see that
95.
You see that height, bro. You always be flipping out over height. 6'6".
I do. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. I wish his acceleration was a little better, but I've actually seen players get, baby boost to acceleration, a +1 here and there as they dev up. So 95 jumping, 6'6", out the gate with catching 85, catching traffic 81.
Bruh, jump is 95.
His release is 80. Yeah.
He's just like Colin Johnson, one of the other picks we were talking about. Just slower.
Exactly.
Slower.
Yeah, he's really similar in just about every way.
Red zone guy. And what school? Texas Tech?
Texas Tech, yeah.
I doubt he gets a dev upgrade, not from Texas Tech. Nothing against Texas Tech. I'm just saying, like,
it's random. You never know.
True.
And I mean, if JT's performing with him,
that's true. He'll at least get the start.
Yeah, he'll get a shot.
He may even ask for a story. Short route 83 already. That's definitely red zone guy, ball on the 5 and in.
Yeah, I think he's a good pick. He's the type of guy that you can build up because he comes in with all the tools. He'll start out really nice red zone threat, maybe be what they wanted Kelvin Benjamin to be, but never was.
Does JT throw? He doesn't. I feel like JT doesn't. I'm not saying he doesn't throw the ball at all. Well, we'll see because he added a new running back, so he's got a dual running back threat now with McCaffrey still. And is he going to throw the ball? Is he going to run it? Is he going to come out in that shotgun split back? What is he going to do with that? But he's got a red zone guy for sure.
So I
wonder how he'll use that.
Yeah, I played JT.
He
definitely
is for sure.
I just played him too for interesting. I played him for my first preseason game. It was definitely a smash mouth football, but that might be right in the same alley for this guy. You know what I'm saying? Like smash mouth and then just kind of toss it up when you get to the red zone and go get it instead of that finesse stuff.
True. How tall is he? I mean, how much does he weigh? I remember how tall.
212.
212. So he's not a tight end, but
he's looking solid though.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I mean, with the way JT runs it, he's going to be running the ball every play, and then he could hit Vasher on some quick stuff to pick up a first down on like 3rd and short.
Yeah, maybe audible out of a run right quick. Yeah.
Yeah.
Little hitch.
You can be like Mike,
hook, all the above.
Put out like 4 hot routes on a play.
Yeah, for real. Change formation. What Mike do? Change formations twice. 4 hot routes.
You know me.
And then run the ball.
Throw a pick.
Throw a pick.
No, I don't throw no picks. I threw, you know what I'm saying? I was definitely at the low end in the league for picks this past one. But yeah, I embrace it, man. That's me. Call me hot routes, dog. It used to piss me off.
I gotta add hot routes to your introduction. Yeah. Okay, I got you. I got it for sure.
It used to bother me. Now I'm just like, you know what? That's who I am.
To know thyself is to know thine enemy, huh? Mm-hmm. Or to know thine enemy is to know thyself, however that cliche goes. Mm-hmm. I was trying to set that up for a bad joke. Shout out to Natural. We're not even going to go there. That's the guy, though. That's the homie. So who we got last? NFC West, my division. Who we got?
So I picked the Seahawks running back, DeAndre Swift from Georgia. Mm-hmm. He's one of those guys where it was him, Taylor, and Etienne, who all could have been Mike's guy.
Yeah.
And it's kind of tough because it's looking like Mike got the worst.
I don't know. We talked about this before. With how
we got him on now, so yeah, let's dive off. Yeah. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about this 3 right here.
Well, let's talk about
this 3.
In general, though, I haven't looked at Swift's route running, but with how my team plays and sending running backs out into the passing game, Etienne, he can do it. You know what I'm saying? He has 70 route running for both short and medium, so he's out here kind of making plays. When he's not toting the rock, he's out here catching it. So I was looking at Jay Taylor's stuff, and yes, raw stats, he's better. But when you factor in that passing attack to it, and I got Mahomes putting it on the money every throw, I don't know. I just like where I'm at with it. We'll see. But
yeah.
And I haven't looked at Swift yet, so maybe Swift can.
I'm looking at Swift. Swift's right now, his short route is 70.
See?
Catching 69.
Yeah, he might be better.
Medium route 64, so.
Yeah, he might be better.
He might be. Is he better than JT, though? No, obviously not commiss JT, but Taylor. Well, I don't know that he's better, but he's got better route running than that guy, so that in itself is better. I'm pulling up. If I can get it up right now, I'm actually trying to go to ET right now. You said we were going to start calling him ET. So
yeah, that's what I call it. Is he French? Do y'all know where he's from? Etienne? It seems.
I know he was committed to A&M at one point.
Oh, really?
Oh, wow.
So you know a little bit about.
He decommitted. He's from Jennings, Louisiana.
Okay. So yeah,
Louisiana.
Creole.
Oh, that makes sense.
I might just be like kind of just full of it and just like, man, my guy's the best regardless. You know what I'm saying? Just because he's mine. So even if his stats ain't showing.
You got to have that confidence in him.
They're right there together. Your guy's short route running is 72. Mm-hmm. His is 70. Your medium is 64. His is 64 as well.
Damn.
So they're dancing together, bro. It's I'm not mad at that.
What about Carey?
Speed.
I think I like Carey a lot because I hate fumbles. I mean, everybody hates fumbles.
Carey, yours is 92. His is 86. So there you have it. That'll do you right there, folks.
And I think there's another stat that y'all haven't really seen, the break tackle.
Okay.
For Swift, it's 73, and I think for ETN, it's like 89 or something like that.
Yep.
You are correct. Break tackle is 89, trucking 75, but more just focus on the break tackle is 89.
And what I've noticed, fellas, like, I really don't have to make any moves. Like, that first person that hits him tends to kind of bounce off. You know what I'm saying? And he always falls forward. Like, I'm really enjoying this dude, man.
Well, let's do a little housekeeping right quick because I got a question for you. So we'll tie it into some housekeeping going on what's in the league. Your elusiveness on ET is 71, right? Now, I know we have camps in place for all of our users who don't know. I saw Cookie Boy mention it. He was trying to figure out who he's sending to what camp. What we do for our listeners is, this is actually pretty cool. They have what they call training camp for players 28 and under. You get 3 players. You can't send 2 players to the same camp. You can't send 1 player to more than 1 camp. And you get a one-time preseason, what you call, not a dev boost, an attribute boost. And so there's different things like why I brought up ET, because I think they have one for running backs, which is offensive skills camp, period. But it's an elusiveness training. You get +3 elusiveness, +3 spin move, +3 juke, and +1 break tackle. So you throw that on him for the next couple seasons, and he'll be able to dance a little bit, huh?
Oh yeah, he's gonna be all right by week 1. You know what I'm saying? Because once that 77 goes to an 80, plus the other content that I put behind him, I should be able to have him probably about 83, 84. So
is that the camp you're gonna send him to, elusiveness training, or what?
Yeah, I got it up there already, man.
Oh, okay, cool. Camp-wise, what are you doing, Bacon? Talk to us, man. Let us know your secrets. The way you schemed up that draft, I was like every time you were up, I think you made your pick in less than 3 seconds. I'm like, man, the screen ain't even finished buffering yet, and he's already made his pick. So what are you doing camp-wise? Talk to me, especially with you being the OG of the league. Talk to some of the guys who don't know as much, man.
All right, for camps, I sent Chase Young to pass rush camp. I'm going all in on him. And he's going to be our guy on defense. He's going to be our edge rusher. So I'm getting all those pass rush moves up. I've already put in like 4 content points to his finesse move.
Oh, my.
So I think by the time regular season comes around, he's going to be at 90 finesse move already, which is going to be a crazy starting point.
Oh, that's aggressive.
I know. Got to be aggressive with it, though.
Got to.
Man, your defensive line, since you brought him up, you got Quinnen Williams, right? He was your rookie last year. 22, 86 overall. Block shed is 90. Power moves 86. Then you got Chase Young. He's 21. Like, your defensive line front is young. And are you a 3-4 guy like me? What are you doing on defense?
So last year I ran a 3-4, but with Chase Young, I'm going to run both. I made a custom playbook with both in there.
Oh.
I'm still trying to figure out what to do because I don't really have a second edge rusher guy. So I'm thinking about running 3-4 with Chase Young at one of the outside linebackers and someone else on the other side.
Okay.
Or I'll run the 4-3 with Young on the edge, Quinnen Williams in the middle with Henry Anderson, and then put Leonard Williams on the backside, the opposite side from where the quarterback will roll probably, just so he doesn't have to be as fast and chasing down quarterbacks.
That definitely sounds interesting and threatening, to say the least. And I'm not even being sarcastic there. That's I think I play you this year, actually, if I go look at my schedule. Yeah, we do.
Let me see what week. I think it's later in the season, too.
I'm excited to see how he turns out, man, because, you know, he looks like the next one in real life. So it'd be cool to see how he performs on Madden.
Yeah, he's looking crazy in real life. Let's see, but Jets-Cardinals, week 15.
Yep,
that'll be a fun one.
Yeah, maybe. It depends. I don't know where I'm going to – I don't know who I'm going to be this season. I know who I want to be, but we'll figure it out, man. I got the youth movement going on in Arizona, man, so Everybody's talking about resting starters for the preseason. I'm like, my preseason starters are my starters in the regular season. So we'll see what happens, actually. So, Bacon, talk to me, man. It's the chat's been spicy lately, bro. Like, we had some activity, man, some talking. Like, guys were ready to pretty much skip all the preseason pleasantries and get right into it. D-Jack is back, and he wants all the smoke. Talk to me, man. What are you seeing? Talk to me.
Yeah, D-Jack's ready for sure. I feel like he always kind of does this every preseason. He'll talk he'll talk a big game, and we'll see how that goes, see if it lasts. I know he had some personal stuff come up though towards the end of last season, so we're glad to have him back. But he was talking. I was trying to say, I hope you have a good season. Just trying to be, respectful rivalry about it. He was like, hell no, that's not what we're doing here.
I did see that. He wants smoke. There's no shaking hands, so it sounds like D-Jack is going to be one of those, I'm up 20, but I'm going to score a touchdown anyway, guys, which I saw that cook-ups from Heaton in our open floor. Well, not the open floor, but in the owners' meeting, as far as sim rules and whatnot.
Yeah.
And you and I talked about that. I got you on the podcast, man. Let's talk about it. But, hey, it's before my mean hour, so I'm not going to be mean to you. So you ain't got to hit me with the go-to-sleep goose. But talk to me. Let's talk about it, man.
Yeah, I get where you're coming from. Because, I think the point for that whole conversation about just, running the clock out, chewing clock, and if your opponent's blitzing a lot, do you throw it or do you just keep running into it? I think that's just a matter of, where do the two sides meet in the middle, and if it's a video game or if you're trying to make it like real football. It's hard because I know defenses will throw in the towel a lot and just send, engage 8 every play and give up. So It's pretty annoying. It's a gray area for sure, and neither side's right, neither side's wrong. We just got to figure it out and, just get everyone to come to a consensus on how to do stuff like that.
Yeah, that was kind of my only question, because at the same time, I did understand what you were saying. It's like, hey, one, I don't necessarily in an aggressive way mean that if you're down by 30, you need to chew clock and give up. So that's not what I was trying to say, but I am saying that, if you decide that you're going to take advantage of me trying to run the ball out, which is rare for me as of right now, I think I've blown one person out, and that game kind of had me wondering even how we got there in the first place. But it's like, yo, if I'm gonna run the ball, but you're gonna blitz, and I'm still getting my Madden wheels going. So when I see this all-out blitz coming, I'm like, hey, there's no safety help. I think there's another element that didn't get talked about, and I'm glad that we're able to do it on the podcast because you can kind of say it faster than typing. Me, with all the youth players I have, all the young guys I have, I'm trying to rack up XP anytime I can, man. And I'm already trying to run the clock out. But if I see you're blitzing and you have no over-the-top help, Isabella with the speed he has, and I'm trying to develop him as quick as I can. And now I got Jerry Jeudy. If I'm up 50, but you're pressing, I'm trying to hit that guy for more XP, not so much because I don't like you as a person, but you're already blitzing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the football play would be to throw over your head in the first place. And now there's also the added weight of, hey, I could get some XP also. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel that for sure.
So I don't know. It's but like you said, we have to figure out kind of meet in the middle, which that was my question. If you're getting blown out, that what's happening, but yet you're still wanting to press, or as Mike said, if you're still showing you got some fight in you, then I'm gonna have some fight in me.
Yeah.
But I definitely did not intend for what I'm saying to be communicated as, hey, you're down 30, just lay down and take it. Like, nah, don't lay down and take it. If you're going to call a 3-4 or a 4-3 and you're going to blitz your outside linebackers, even your middle linebacker, I get it. But like you said, you're running engage 8. Like, come on, bro. And you're running it. Like, not once, but this is the third time you've ran it. I'm conflicted.
Yeah, it definitely gets to a point where it's a little ridiculous with that.
I had an opportunity, like I try to engage in the community as much as I can, man, and I try to check out streams. D. Lloyd, man, he's like me. He's a 2K guy. We still haven't had that game on 2K yet, so we'll get to that at some point. I think Z-Star even said he wanted in on the 2K smoke. I actually haven't played 2K much this cycle, man, because I kind of got hit real hard with the level of competition in this league, and I haven't really touched 2K. But Lloyd was on a podcast, another podcast. Check out some of our guys, which Natural is definitely worth mentioning. I got to do a better job of this myself, guys. But the Natural Sports Gamers Online they're the big part of the partnership with Premier Madden League, right?
Oh yeah, he is for sure.
Yeah, so shout out to him. I'm gonna make sure we start giving him more shout outs on that partnership. That's dope. But he had his podcast. Make sure y'all check out our other users, man, please. You can go to our premiermadden.com website to check those guys out. He had Lloyd on, man. Lloyd is a significant YouTuber. He's building that thing up. D. Lloyd, I don't remember the full username, but he's the Steelers this cycle and going into season 2. He had a decent draft. We mentioned, one of his guys that he picked up earlier, but he was on the podcast, the stream, whichever you want to call it, with Natural, and he basically announced a friendly but yet severe, deadly rivalry with HD Lil T. How do you feel about that? Talk to me.
I like that. T needs to get humbled sometime, because even when he does, he doesn't let it work. Because when he played Steelers, I think he won both matchups, but one was a whole lot worse than the other. So I think if D. Lloyd takes it to heart, puts his head down, just buckles down, because I know T, he's definitely more prone to look ahead of someone, look past, kind of like Q did in the playoffs this year. He's definitely more prone to that. So he can't overlook the Steelers. They had a really good offseason. They brought in some good guys. I think they're going in the right direction. I think he finished like 8-8 too, so it's not like he was far off either.
Yeah, no, I think that's dope. I guess we'll call it, since we already mentioned Nat, he's calling himself the New York Dolphins. I got to get him on the podcast here real soon. Talk to me. New York Dolphins. Is that a real thing? I know he's got the lowest overall, but he's got to be top 4 user in the league, if not top 2, but I'm not even going to say he's not top 2, but this New York Dolphins, is he setting up a stage play? Is he trying to get people to maybe not realize what he's about to do? What did he do in the draft-wise? He wasn't happy with his draft. You're our draft analysis guy. So let's take it from that angle. Talk to me. How do you feel about the New York Dolphins?
I think the name itself is a little ridiculous. I think he's definitely just messing around, just trolling. Because we all know he's one of the top users in the league. He's going to win no matter who he has. The roster is...
it's definitely a troll. I actually think it's funny, too. It's pretty dope.
Yeah. So I'm trying to pull up his page on Daddy Leagues, though, but, that team has some talent at some good positions. Like, he's got Saquon. He's got Evan Ingram. He's got... I'm trying to think. He's developed Daniel Jones pretty well. He's put a lot of content into him, so he'll be pretty good by the end of the seaseason. He does a good job at team building for sure.
I think one of his big strong points that can be overlooked, and he knows I know it because I try every now and then I'll make mention of it to try to get it out of him. And he's like, hey, Goose is paying attention, and then backs out. One day he was talking about throwing animations and which ones were quicker than others. And I should have known that was a thing, but it was something that I didn't even realize was a thing. Now in 2K, shooting animations is a thing. So obviously quarterback animations is a thing, but I didn't even consider it. I'm like, yo, bro, you're playing this game at a micro level I haven't even figured out yet. So, share some tips. But Saquon Barkley, 95 overall at 23 years old. For this whole cycle, that's going to be his go-to back.
Yeah, he's going to be the guy.
I know in the free agency, he and I both were bidding on a couple of players. Actually, fullback, I actually didn't get him. No? Did he go with somebody else? He got somebody out. Maybe it was a tight end. I don't remember, but...
Yeah, it was that tight end, Jack Doyle. I remember seeing y'all bidding.
Yeah, yep. Mm-hmm. I just missed that, too. It had advanced right before I could bid on him again.
Yeah, that was a good pickup for him. He's a good run blocker.
See, the thing is, he's 74 overall. I'm trying to find out where that 74 comes from. Is it offensive line? His tackle's good.
His line's actually not too bad. It's definitely better than mine. Jet's got a real bad one.
Yeah, it's real. It's way better than my line for sure. So
I think a lot of it comes from the linebackers and corners.
That might be what it. Yeah, his middle linebackers aren't great, and I don't know what the corner situation is looking like. But if you think about the fact that you can click on, right, outside of like a guy, as long as you don't have a guy pressing up so that he gets burnt downfield, I don't want to say there's not a bad corner because obviously there is. But, I mean, OBJ can run by you, but if you got the guy, if you make that adjustment that Mole showed us and you back that guy off the line off that receiver pre-snap, you might give up 12 yards, but you're not giving up a bomb. So I said all that to say, is that a finesse? Take some lower corners to drop you overall. That way you can win the Super Bowl and talk about it.
It might be.
I won the Super Bowl with 74 overall.
It might be. Who knows? I'll put on my tinfoil hat a little bit and say that I don't think corners really matter that much this year. Because, the corners on my team.
I didn't want to say that.
Yeah. My corners were bad last year. Like, they were all rated pretty low, but they all played fairly well. I was impressed with them. They did a lot of good stuff. But then I
think play calling weighs heavier than sometimes many of us may give it credit,
Yeah. And I think because, T was complaining about that, or he has complained about it a lot, about how Denzel Ward just gets beaten all the time. But he's one of the best corners. Like, he complained about how his DBs played, even though they're all rated high. And I thought mine played really well, even though, none of them were over 80 last year, other than Jamal Adams.
That makes sense, man. Well, I'm definitely glad to have you on, man. We could probably keep talking for a while. But, we hit the draft and we got to talk about the myth of the New York Dolphins. That was awesome. Appreciate you, man. Bacon, tell the listeners out there a little bit about you, man. They got to start checking in on your streams. They got to get on the site and read some of these great articles that we've been bragging about. Tell them about yourself, man.
Yeah, man. I've been here for a while. I was one of the first users in this league. I just, it's fun putting out content. It's fun writing something that I think I would want to read if someone else wrote it. Definitely enjoy the draft a lot. I try to do a lot of content about that, so that'll pick up again once we get that new class in for next season. I think that'll be fun to look for. Definitely going to try to put out more mock drafts because people seem to really like that, and they're fun to write, fun to put together. It's always fun to speculate and just talk about football. It's always a good time, but, I just enjoy putting stuff out there, try to make some fun stuff, and build my team with it.
The viewers, if they want to watch your games, are you streaming on YouTube or Twitch? Where can they find you?
I'm on Twitch, BaconJ40.
Awesome. As far as the PML Madden goes, do you tweet about the team or anything? Are you a Twitter guy or what?
I'm not. When we had our team Twitters, I would post a bunch, but I got locked out of that, so no one really uses them anymore.
Yeah, got you. Okay, so Twitch is where they can follow you. On the website is where they can see some of the great content you create. That's awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, BaconJ40, the man, the myth, the legend, the kingpin with the ink pen himself. What more can I say? That's all I got, man.
I appreciate it.
Awesome, thanks. Well, guys, once again, more housekeeping. Make sure you're submitting your user scores, PMLers. Make sure you're turning in your content. Training camp, the cutoff for that is coming soon, so go ahead and get that in. If you got any, comp points, right, for the guys who, lost players and got re-signed. If you got any of those, make sure you get that in. Don't miss that. This is your boy Gooseneck Gamer. Awesome guest had with us, BaconJ40. Once again, shout out to Sports Gamers Online. Make sure you check out their YouTube. Check out Natty, our Giants user. He's a big YouTuber, man, and he's a big part of the community. He helps really get the word out. He's always pushing us to be better, even if it's a bad joke here and there. And after he mentioned that on the stream, he's not. I gotta make sure that I mention every episode the jokes are bad, and they're not even really that bad. I just want more setup. But now the jokes are that bad. But it's all love, and you know that, guys. And we have a great community. Check us out, PremierMadden.com. Shout out to the PML family. It's your boy Gooseneck Gamer, rolling out the pocket podcast. I'll see you on the sticks.